Hello and welcome to Digital Goulash. My name is Chucky and this is a video response for those people that do not have Photoshop Elements 9. Now Photoshop Elements 9 has the layer masking feature and that's what I use to create my collage. Now some of you do not have Photoshop Elements 9 and are still working with Photoshop Elements 8. So we do have to use a workaround if you still have 8. So this is just a video response to one of the questions that I had. Now, to get you up to speed, I used a background on this one. You can find that under Content if you go to Window, and then you go to Content right here, and then if you use the up and down arrows, you can see that you can barely see it, but there are some leaves over here, and I just used a leafy background on this one. Then I opened all these photos here. I like to use Linolfian and the Code Poet. They are great photographers. Go visit them on Flickr, and I'm using them with the Creative Commons license. The next thing I did was I drug each one of these photos on top of my picture of the leaves. So now I have a collage of different photos here. If I want to spin those around or if I wanted to change the size or scaling of it, I would just click on one of the layers, hit Command or Control T, and that will give you the little handles there. You can move it away from the handle and you can spin these around or you can resize it. But that's not really what we want to do now. We want to know how can I use the layer masking feature in Photoshop Elements 8. Very easy to do. We're going to pick one of the pictures, which is Linolfian 3 here. I am going to take my regular lasso tool and I'm going to draw a very rough sketch around her face right there until the marching ants appear. Then I'm going to go to Select and I'm going to feather this. We definitely want to feather this. I'm going to feather it about 15 pixels to give it kind of a nice flow to it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a layer mask to this using the Levels layer mask. Now right away you'll see that it put a black layer mask here and it added a white one. Now what we want to do, go ahead and get rid of these, let's make this one a little bit smaller here, and we'll move that layer palette over here so that you can see it just a little bit better. Now what I'm going to do is I need to drag the layer that I just did this with, I need to drag it above that adjustment layer. So now you have the layer here and you have the adjustment actually below it. Then with that layer selected, we're going to do a Command or a Control G like that, and as you can see now it's kind of feathered in here. Let's try that again. I've got this layer right here. I am going to draw with a lasso around her face right here. Just kind of do that right there, and then I'm going to go to the adjustment layer, add a levels adjustment to that. Oh, sorry. I need to go in here and I need to select and go to feather first because I want to make this a nice feather. Now I'm going to go here and add an adjustment layer of levels. I'm going to take this layer and drag it above the adjustment layer that I just made, and with this still selected I'm going to hit Command G, which is the group with previous or clipping mask. Let's go ahead and try another one here, Linolfian, just this one right here. I'm going to do a very rough sketch around that one. I'm going to go to Feather from the Select menu, and then I'm going to add a Levels adjustment right here. Take my picture and drag it above the adjustment layer, and then hit Command or Control G. And as you can see, I'm doing the same thing that I was doing before with the other collage, except I'm not using layer masks, I'm using an adjustment layer and fooling Photoshop Elements into thinking that that is an adjustment layer. If you want to see it one more time, I can come over here to the giraffe and I can take that giraffe and just circle the giraffe right here, and I want to go to Select, Feather, select OK, and then I'm going to add an adjustment layer right here of levels. I need to drag the giraffe picture above that adjustment layer and then hit Command or Control G, and as you can see, there we go. The other thing that we need to do here is if we wanted to move these around, we could come over here and With these two selected over here, I can use the Move tool, and as you can see, I can move this around wherever I wanted to. I could come over here under this one. I could select both of these, and if I wanted to move her around, I could just go and move her around wherever I wanted to. Maybe right there. Come over here, I can move her around, select both of those layers, and move her around. Maybe you want to see her a little bit better over here. And there we go. You have the layer masking with the Photoshop Elements 8. So if you have any questions, please leave them. Otherwise, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up on this video for this video response. I'm Chucky. Have a great day.